The Dreadful Truth, rewritten by Wyatt Rosales, inspired by the Return of Freddy's The Dreadful Truth by Tyler Alstrom. Chapter 13. In 1985, Vincent opened up a new restaurant, a reopening of Fredbear's Family Diner, this time called Fredbear Friends. This new location was bigger and had a higher budget, along with more animatronics. The characters consisted of Fredbear, who went back to being yellow and also got his bow tie back, but his accessories stayed black, Spring Bonnie, Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie the Bunny, Chica the Chicken, Foxy the Pirate Fox, the Marionette, Kitty Faz Cat, Sugar the Cat, and Doug the Dog. These animatronics weren't as high-tech as the Fun Times or the second Fredbear, but they were still good enough. William, who hadn't been suspected as the culprit behind the murder at the original Fredbear's Family Diner, communicated with the employees on the phone like how Vincent did, but William had other plans up his sleeve. So, one day, he drove to the abandoned Goldie Pear Diner, took the original Spring Bonnie suit, went back to Fredbear and Friends, and put the suit on. Then he went out into the main party area and caught the attention of 5 kids. "Hey there, kids," William said. "Whoa, hi, Spring Bonnie," one of the kids said. "Say, would you all like to go to the back room with me? There's a party going on in there." The kids agreed to come and followed William into the back room. "Now, hang on, kids. I gotta get something real quick," William said as he left the room to go to the kitchen. A few minutes later, he came back into the room. "All right, kids, I'm back," he said. "Ooh, did you bring any cake?" one kid asked. William chuckled under his breath. "No, I've got something better," he said. "What is it?" another kid asked. "This," William responded before taking off the mask of the suit he was wearing, taking out a knife, and stabbing one of the kids in the heart. The children were horrified and tried getting out of the room, but the door wouldn't budge. Once William killed the first 4, he found one more, a little boy hiding under the table. "Why, you seem to be the last one left. Don't worry, I have something special planned for you," he said. Then he took the boy and stuffed him inside the Fredbear suit, the animatronic parts puncturing and killing him. William then realized that Vincent might find the body in Fredbear, so he quickly took the Fredbear suit out the back door and threw it in the dumpster where nobody would find it. William then decided to go a step further by trying to frame Vincent for the murders. And they did decide to investigate Vincent, but they let him go due to lack of evidence. Chapter 14. In November of 1987, the night guard at Fredbear and Friends, Jefferson, had been fired by Vincent because he was too busy playing arcades instead of actually doing his job. So, Vincent hired a new night guard named Kenneth Cox. You see, Kenneth was a 17-year-old and had just graduated from high school, so he needed money to pay for college, and this job was his best bet. Kenneth was guided by William, who called him on the phone each night to explain what to do. However, over the course of the nights, the animatronics tried to get into Kenneth's office, but William just said that it had something to do with their facial recognition systems. Kenneth was skeptical, but he decided to just roll with it, defending himself against the animatronics each night. Chapter 15. A week later, there was a birthday party going on at Fredbear and Friends, and Vincent was out in the main room patrolling the place. William knew this was his time to strike. First, he snuck onto the Pirates Cove stage. The curtain was closed, so no one could tell what he was doing, and tampered with Foxy so that he would bite off the frontal lobe of the birthday boy. "All right, kids, it's time for Foxy to come," Freddy Fazbear announced. Then, like that, the curtains opened, and Foxy was revealed. "Arg, me mateys, it is I, Foxy the Pirate Fox. Now, I heard there was a party going on, and I figured, why not come? So, here I am, and I'm gonna sing you one of me sea shanties as well." Then, Foxy started singing the song, "What Do You Do with a Drunken Sailor?" But, as Foxy started singing, his voice became more distorted, and his eyes rolled back. Then, suddenly, He leaped towards the birthday boy and bit his frontal lobe off. The boy screamed, and so did everyone else, except William, who quickly left the scene. The parents started accusing Vincent of being responsible for it, and he screamed at the top of his lungs that he had nothing to do with it. But it was all in vain, and the police came and arrested Vincent. But this time, there was no one to bail him out. The Bite of 87, as it was dubbed, was an absolute disaster, and it led to Fredbear and Friends getting shut down. However, this was good news for William, and he managed to rise above the ranks and become the CEO. Now that he had control over the company again, he could practically do whatever he wanted. So, William started working on his own ideas.